Me again. So it's the third of the sessions using Martin's cheat sheet. Cheat sheet on the right, SPSS on the left. You get the idea by now. Let's have a look what Martin says. This week we will be working on descriptive statistics. This means the mean, the median, the minimum, the maximum, and the standard deviation. If you want to know more about what those things mean, then watch Martin's video on Blackboard, where he will walk through what they mean. I'm just going to walk through how to do it. First, we need to open a data set, of course. For this week, we'll be using the BES again, BES, which you'll find in your data folder, as I have here, BES29 w15.sav. Open it up, and one day in my life, it will open. Got an output window, jolly good. Come on. There it is. Record time. What was the first thing we always do when we fire up SPSS? It was edit, options, and just make sure that we've got the names displayed and they're ordered alphabetically. They are, in this case. It's remembered. Hooray. Okay, so we don't need to do anything with that. Just click cancel. Then, Martin tells us that we are going to be doing a frequency table. And so he says to get a frequency table, we select Analyze, then descriptive statistics, and he hasn't mentioned that then you click frequencies. So Analyze, descriptive statistics, frequencies, and the variable that Martin wants us to look for is left right, and as they are ordered alphabetically and as it's selected already, I can press L and it goes down to the L's, and I just scroll down until I find left right, which is there, and pop that one across into that box. Now, before we do anything else, as Martin tells us, we need to click the statistics button because we want to tell it which ones we want to look at. And what he wants us to select are, scroll over here, mean, median, mode, standard deviation, minimum, and maximum. So, mean, median, mode, standard deviation, minimum, maximum. Click continue and click OK. Now, we get some output here, and as Martin says, we can immediately see that something is wrong, and we can. What we've done is we've seen we've done descriptive statistics on this left-right position, mean, median, mode, and so on. And we found that the mean left-right position on a scale of 0 to 10 is 2,143. Well, that can't be right. If it's 0 to 10, the mean cannot possibly be 2,143. And the reason why it's 2,143 is because, you remember from last week, the missing values are coded as 9999. And you see it here as the maximum is 9999. We need to scrub all of those. Now, how are we going to do it? Well, as Martin says, we're going to have to recode them. So we do the same trick that we did last week. Now, how did we do it? Let's remember. We went to transform, recode into different variables. And here we're going to get the L for left, right. Pop that one across. And we will call it left, right, rec. For recoded, give it the label left, right, recoded, and we are going to do our old and new values. So no, click change first, and then it pops it in there, yes, and then the old and new values. So the value 9999 is going to get system missing. Click add. And all the others, which is 0 to 10, so the range 0 to 10, will get the original values. So copy the old values, add. Continue. OK. That won't give us any output at this stage. This is still the old one, so we ignore that. Now we need to do the descriptive statistics again, but we're going to do it on the recoded variable. So, analyze, descriptive statistics, frequencies, and instead of left, right, it is going to be left, right recoded. Yep. Check that it's got all the right statistics, but it should do. Mean, median, mode, standard deviation, minimum, maximum. Continue. Okay. And our output this time, which will pop onto the end, there it goes. And I'll put over here. Now our mean is 5.02 or 5.03. So that is what we would expect it to be. That the mean average left-right position is a 5, not the daft number of 2000 or whatever it was in the previous one. So that's better. Now, Martin explains in the cheat sheet what the mean and the mode and the standard deviation mean. I don't want to go into that in this video. I want to just focus on the how to do it. So we'll scroll down to his next bit, which is let's try another variable, and we go with gore. So let's have a look at what we've got over here. So we will analyze descriptive statistics, frequencies, and this time we're going to go with gore. First of all, we need to get rid of that one, and then G for gore. Pop that across. The statistics will all be the same. Continue, and OK. Now, how do we interpret this one? So gore tells us that the area of the UK that the respondent lives in, which can be northeast, northwest, Yorkshire and the Humber, East Midlands and so on. And it finds that the mean of that is 6.29. But as Martin says, what does that mean? A mean of 6.29 would say that on average people in the UK live in the east of England, and that doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't make any sense at all because this is the wrong type of variable. This is a categorical variable, and you can't do a mean or anything like that on a categorical variable. So it doesn't have meaning for us to apply this to a categorical variable. So that's the little lesson here, is be careful in what sort of numbers you run on your variables. So accordingly, Martin says that we should instead look at some scale variables which are like Boris and like Corbyn. Note the bias in the coding there, that Boris is the only one who's been given a forename rather than his surname. Anyway, so analyze descriptive statistics, frequencies, get rid of gore, and go down to the likes again. We're going to put both in at once. So HIJK, like Boris and like Corbyn. They should all be fine. Yes, they are. And we will just run it and see what happens. Put that back over here. And we find that the mean for liking and disliking, again, is 500 and odd. What's the problem? They haven't been recoded. We've still got the 9999s in them. So what do? We recode them. So let's walk through the recodes. So we will transform, recode into different variables, get rid of that thing that's in there already. We will do like Boris is going to be called like Boris rec, and like Boris recoded. Old and new values, same as that. So 9999 becomes sysmiss, 0 through 10 becomes copy, as we've done previously. Continue. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing again. Transform, recode into different variables, get rid of that, and we're going with like Corbyn, like Corbyn recode, like Corbyn recoded, change old and new values. Again, 9999 becomes sysmiss, 0 through 10 becomes copy. Continue. Okay. Gives us more variables, and then we are ready to go. So minimize that for the moment, and we will again do our analyze descriptive statistics, frequencies, and instead of like Boris and like Corbyn, which we'll get rid of by clicking like that, we're going to change it to like Boris recode and like Corbyn recode. These should still all be the same. They are. And we will do OK again, which now should give us that the mean liking of Boris is 3.6, whereas the mean liking of Corbyn is only 2.7. So there we are, which will be a bit different than the numbers that Martin gets, because for some reason he seemed to think that we were coding from 1 to 7. We are not. We're coding from 1 to 10. So Martin's cheat sheet has a mistake in it there. Ignore. So the BES includes questions to capture the level of political knowledge that respondents have, and we're going to play with some of those. We're going to recode multiple of them at the same time. Let's now try and look at some political knowledge questions. No F2F1 to no F2F6. They're all measured the same way, so we can recode them at the same time. So let's do that. Transform. Recode into different variables, and that is K for no F2F1 to no F2F6. Actually, I forgot to get rid of that first. Get rid of that and then go back to no F2F1, no F2F6. Put that in like that. Now you're going to see that we need to create 6 different names for them. So no F2F1 is going to be no F2F1 rec. So let's just click that one and no F2F1 rec. And I'm going to copy that so I don't have to keep pasting it. The label doesn't actually matter. We don't need it. So click change on that. Then for the second one, paste that. I'm just going to change F2F2. Change 3. Change 4. Change 5. Change and 6. Change. Good. Then if we click old and new values, and we should find it's already there. 9999 becomes sysmiss. 0 through 10 becomes copy. So we continue and click OK, and we have our new recoded variables. We don't need that output there, but what we are going to need to do is scroll down on Martin's. We're going to do the frequencies again, and let's have a look. So analyze descriptive statistics, frequencies, get rid of these ones, and we go to the K's for no, and it's just the recodes we want. So we want that and that and that and that and that and that. Good. And then we run it. Okay, so that gives us the frequencies table here, as is shown in Martin's cheat sheet, and Martin explains how to interpret those in terms of what the right and wrong answers were, and so therefore 12.2% of people think that you can stand for Parliament without paying a deposit. Have a read through that if you want to know more about that. But I think we've done everything for this one. So next time we will look at some of this again, but how to present it visually. Very good. It's not too hard, is it?